All right, guys, Melina, darling. Now, guys, you guys are so nice. Some of the comments that I really like you guys saying. Some people will say, "Why aren't you famous?" Like, I really think I should be famous by now. And I'm not tooting my own horn because I think, oh, that's what everybody says, right? Like, they think they're famous, they should be famous. They perform all day, or not all day, but they perform and we all feel that kind of like drive to be like getting to the final goal, and not really feeling like if we're not there, we feel like what's going on. We all feel that way, right? Like, I think anybody feels that way nowadays. Getting to a point now where the competition is so big because there's so many people performing and doing videos that they really feel like they have to, perform, and they have to have a channel, and um, everybody's like, I'm the next big thing. And you can be like someone that's very small or someone that's very big but feels like you're the next big thing. And even though for some people it's not exactly ideal that they would be there, well, some people might not be able to make it. That's not to say you should, like, everyone should try, everyone should do videos, and everybody has a chance to make it if they luck out or they're talented enough or whatever. But there is the reality that not everyone's going to be famous. That doesn't mean you're not going to be famous. You might be the most famous person ever. To just do videos, but make sure you have a backup plan, right? Like, and some people that we see are famous, and it's surprising, right? Because they don't seem like they would be ever, but they lucked out or whatever, or they had something trending or whatever, or they made one video that just goes viral, right? So you can't be certain who's going to be famous or not based on a person. You just have to make videos and hope for the best, right? But in general, I think that we all get to the point where we're like, when are we going to be famous? We feel like we're going to be famous. A lot of people feel like they're going to be famous, even if there's they have nowhere near the amount for us to get them famous, or they don't work towards it, or they don't do anything except make like one video every 10 months, and think they're going to be famous. There are people that are not very good at YouTube and TikTok, and I'm not saying I'm nice. I understand that anybody could really make it. You can have a video and not think you're good and be the best, right? So a lot of times people don't even know how good they'll be until they produce videos, then they find out, right? But in general, we have this opinion that if we're making videos, we are going to go viral, despite the fact that maybe it's not based on a reality sense, or it's not realistic, right? And you know how I feel. I think everyone should try. But the thing, you should have a backup plan, right? If you don't think you're going to be famous, or you really are not as good as maybe somebody else, have that job, have extra jobs, get those jobs, work towards your goal, improve yourself, right? It's not impossible. I'm just saying that reality-wise, not everyone makes it. And so I'm at the point now where I'm like, well, you know, this is going back to the comments that people said that I like. So I love it when people say, why aren't you famous already? Like, I really think I should be. And people will be like, and like my point was to say, people think they should be famous. A lot of people think they should be famous. But so I really, and I think some people really will. I think a lot of people will. But I think that I'll definitely be famous. Like, I don't know when it'll happen, but I see their comments and I love that comment because I'm like, it totally seems like I should be. Like, I really think I'm super good. I'm gorgeous and super talented. So I really think I should, but it's just, and so like when people say that, I love it, right? And like I keep saying, guys, don't ever feel like, my comments saying that. It takes consistency. It takes a long time of performing consistently, doing similar stuff or different stuff, but having the same end goal in mind. Sometimes you could be plugging away at it for years and years and years. Like Meryl Streep took 8 years to be famous, right? She's Meryl freaking Streep, right? But she took 8 years to be famous, right? So don't give up just because I say not everyone's gonna make it and we all feel like we're gonna get that. I want you guys to keep going, darling. And if you aren't making it, have a job. Have a job and do well and pay for your channel, right? But yeah, like Meryl Streep, 8 years to be famous, right? Meryl Streep, right? Like she's won Oscars, right? I think she has. So, I mean, obviously, don't give up, right? But in general, that's one of the comments I like. I love when people tell me I'm gorgeous. I mean, people tell me that so much. I'm very grateful You guys are so nice. You guys always tell me I'm gorgeous. You know, it's really nice of you guys to say that because, I mean, really, and you guys are being honest. You guys know, like, I'm that person that's like, if somebody calls me gorgeous, I try to be even more gorgeous, right? Like, there are some people that let it get to their head and they get uncomfortable, but I'm never like that, right? Like, for me, it's just a challenge to be even more gorgeous, right? But yeah, so people say I'm gorgeous or whatever, right? So I love that. I love when people say I make them smile because my dad was a performer on YouTube, Tommaso Tommaso DiCurzio, and he often got told he makes people smile. Like if you watch my dad's video, it's the cutest video ever. Tommaso DiCurzio, Tommaso DiCurzio, DICURZO. So he's really good. So totally check him out, guys. He's adorable. And he was gorgeous when he was young, but he looked really good in his 80s. Like, he looked amazing. He was a construction worker and a musician still in his 80s. Okay, so really talented, right? So yeah. So remember, oh yeah, so that's another comment I like. I also like the comments when people say I'm a good singer, dancer, comedian, that I'm really funny or whatever, because I really try to be funny. And I really try to have a good laugh with you guys, darling. I'm on love with you guys. So I really like that. I like being called funny. A lot of people really like my look, and I like when people say whether they like Melina or Marco better. A lot of people will like them both equally, or one or the other, and say they like one or the other. But it's really cool, and like. So I love those comments. Now the other thing that I was thinking of, darling, I'll talk about in the next video, but how I'm going to be perceived when I actually make it to Hollywood. Now, some people are Hollywood people and they see me already, and I see some things about what they say, and I'm really happy. But anyway, I'll go ahead and talk about that in the next video. Okay, bye now.